All right, let's get into it. We've got a seriously bizarre showdown today. A rock star versus a president's interior design choices. Yep, this is a feud over furniture that gets real personal real fast.
Whoa, hold up. Before we get into the ring, do me a quick favor and smash that like button and subscribe so you never miss another breakdown.
Okay, let's do this. We're talking about a full-blown war of words, and the battlefield is the Oval Office itself. This whole thing gets pretty nasty, so as we go through the evidence, you gotta start thinking, whose side are you on? Okay, round one. The first punch is thrown by none other than Jack White, the legend from the White Stripes. He took one look at the newly redecorated Oval Office, and well, he did not hold back. Ouch. That's a low blow. He called it, and I quote, a vulgar, gold-leafed, and gaudy professional wrestler's dressing room. I mean, that's not just an insult, it paints a very, very specific picture. And he wasn't done. He came back with another jab, calling the whole setup an embarrassment to American history. So in his eyes, this wasn't just bad taste, it was practically an insult to the entire country. Of course, the Trump administration was not about to let that slide. So here comes round two, the official clapback, delivered swift and sharp by the White House Communications Director, Cheung.
And they went straight for the personal attack, no hesitation. The official statement described Jack White as a, quote, washed-up, has-been loser. Whoa!
So what was their reasoning? They claimed he was just posting drivel online because he's dealing with a supposedly stalled career. See what they did there? They completely sidestepped the decor and went straight after the critic. So let's just put these insults side by side for a second. White attacks the taste, right? Calling it gaudy. Cheung, on the other hand, attacks the person, calling White a washed-up, has-been loser. It's a classic battle of aesthetics versus ad hominem.
Okay, that stalled career line is a pretty heavy accusation, so does it actually hold up? You know what? Let's check the receipts.
Let's start with this little number, 12. That is the number of Grammy Awards Jack White has won, 12. And it's not like that was all in the past. His most recent album was literally just Grammy-nominated last year. And he's about to headline the huge CBGB festival next month. So, a stalled career? The evidence seems to suggest, maybe not. But here's the thing you have to know. This fight didn't just pop up out of nowhere. No, this beef has been simmering for a while. This is just the latest chapter in an ongoing saga. It really kicked off last year when the Trump campaign used that iconic Seven-Nation Army anthem without permission. White was furious, threatened to sue, and even called them fascists. And that brings us right back to this week's battle over interior design. So when you strip away all the name-calling and the history, what is this fight really about? It boils down to one very loaded word that people love to argue about, class, and what that word even means. Let's look at the actual decor. The theme here is, you guessed it, gold. Just so much gold. But why? Well, Trump himself took full credit. He's on the record saying, I picked it all myself. I'm very proud of it. So for him, this isn't just decoration. It's a very personal statement. And what does that personal statement look like? Well, sources have called it the Mar-a-Lago touch. We're talking gold frames on the paintings, gold cherubs, gilded mirrors, and even gold appliques slapped onto the fireplace. For a little more context, check out this quote from Barbara Reese, a former VP at the Trump Organization. She says this has been his signature style for decades. For Trump, she says gold conveyed an illusion of taste and wealth, and that's why he wanted to gild everything. Which brings us to the ultimate question at the heart of this entire feud. After hearing both sides, after seeing the evidence, is the Oval Office tacky or is it classy? Is it a vulgar wrestler's dressing room or is it a room that screams presidential splendor? You know what? Now it's your turn. You be the judge. Let's settle this. Drop your verdict in the comments below. Tacky or classy? I seriously want to know what you think.
And while you're down there, if you enjoyed this little breakdown, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.